My name is James O'Rear, and I have found the best specialty coffee in Southern California, and I'm going to share it with you. So what are we waiting for? Let's get coffee. In the Inland Empire, just off of Old Route 66, in the city of Rancho Cucamonga, you can find wonderful entertainment, fantastic food, and of course, great coffee. Today, we're at KLATCH Coffee.
So if you don't have a cup of coffee with you right now, I'm gonna recommend that you stop, pause, we won't go anywhere. Go get yourself a cup of coffee, make one, get something nice and warm or ice and cold, whatever you're in the mood for coffee-wise. Take a picture of it, put it on Instagram with hashtag Let's Get Coffee E6.
Well, I'm here with Heather Perry from KLATCH Coffee, and I am super excited. Thank you so much for having us here today.
My pleasure.
All right, so what are we drinking?
Okay, so I'm having what's on our brew bar right now, a Hawaiian Kau Typica that comes from Rusty's Farm down in Hawaii, and you are having off of our seasonal menu, the Bee's Knees.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah, so one of the fun things that we do here is we have a seasonal menu, and the goal with our seasonal menus is always to kind of bring in ingredients that are simple but really natural, things that we wouldn't necessarily do in store. So on our seasonal right now, we've got this Bee's Knees where we take our milk and we add honey and orange peel and steam them together, and then we add that to our espresso. And so just really light, natural, kind of a great spring drink, you know, a little citrus, a little sweet. And then we also have our horchata, which is obviously a take on horchata. And yeah, so that's got a house-made cinnamon syrup that we use with some rice milk and the espresso and a little half and half just to add a nice creaminess and body to it. But we change our seasonal menu kind of every other month, and people really are drawn to that. The fun thing about it is our seasonal menu, you know, everybody when they go to a coffee house, they have a drink that they get for the most part. So the fun thing about our seasonal menu is it does two things. One, we have people who just order off of that. They love it, you know what I mean? If there's something that they've maybe tried, they might have a standby that they go to, but it's also kind of it's been a great weekend drink. So people will have like their Monday through Friday drink, and then they have their weekend drink, which is what they come in and it's like, oh, it's Saturday, I'm gonna get the Bee's Knees instead of, you know, what I would normally get.
How long has KLATCH been around?
23 years. We're actually at our original location right now. We've been here for 23 years.
So you guys started here?
Yeah,
okay.
Yep, right here in this location.
Excellent. Well, this was the first location I ever visited KLATCH, and that actually began my whole coffee journey. My first cup of specialty coffee I ever had was, I think, on this patio.
Were you drinking a patio special?
You know, it's possible. I probably got an iced latte.
Our iced lattes are fantastic too. We make them with half and half, which is kind of like our little secret about them to give them that like super rich creaminess that you would get in a hot one from like that creamy foam. So we make them with half and half. And people love our iced lattes until they find that out and they're like, why would you do that to me? And I'm like, was it good or was it not good? It was delicious. Let's just sit back and enjoy. Our patio special is like crack for the Inland Empire. I'm just gonna say it. It's super popular. So it's a shake with espresso and a little chocolate and a secret ingredient to tie it all together. So yeah.
The patio special, by the way, is pretty much crack.
See?
Yeah, no. Every time I come here, it's like I fight. Like, do I want to be a coffee purist or do I want to just indulge?
And you know, I think you can be both. Like, I think you can be a coffee purist and enjoy a great cup of black coffee, and then I think it's okay to be like, no, like a blended mocha sounds delicious. It's hot. I'm in the mood for something to indulge and have a little fun. Like, I think you can. I don't think you have to be in one camp or the other. I think they can. They don't have to be mutually exclusive.
So, do you have something on the menu for maybe someone who doesn't know if they like coffee yet, or may not like coffee, or may like coffee, who are undecided?
You know, when people first come in, you know, obviously we have a great base of kind of new customers, of regular customers. So if somebody comes in and they're kind of looking at the menu, the first question we always ask is, hey, you know, were you in the mood for something in particular? If they're like, no, this is my first time here. We always really like to start in with a kind of traditional cappuccino. We do ours with a single. I think that's how it tastes best and the most balanced, just a single 6-ounce cap. I think it is just like pure adult hot chocolate heaven. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, you're able to taste the coffee, but it's got this amazing sweetness from the milk. Our cappuccinos come with a decent amount of foam still, but like that really creamy, you're drinking a cloud kind of foam. I just think it's a great balance, and it surprises so many people. You know, most people that aren't necessarily specialty coffee drinkers don't think that that's something they're going to enjoy. So I really like to start off with a drink like that. And you know, if you're not in the mood for that, if you're just like, oh, I'm in the mood for something cold, I'll absolutely recommend a shake. They are fantastic. So, it really depends on what somebody's in the mood for and where they want to go. And that's, being in California, a huge question is like, are you in the mood for hot or cold? Some people hate cold coffee. Some people love cold coffee and want it. So we really try and walk people through what they're initially in the mood for. Do they have any kind of notions if it's like, well, I usually get this and I want to stick into that comfort zone. I think part of being successful in specialty coffee is surprising customers with something that they wanted and doing it better than they expected. I don't think you have to kind of give them something necessarily completely unexpected in order for them to enjoy specialty coffee. I think you can stick within their realm and then go above and beyond.
Sure. So you guys roast your coffee.
Yeah.
Do you roast here on premises or?
We don't. Our roastery,
like?
Our roastery is actually, so when we first started roasting, we actually started roasting in our San Dimas location in store, and we roasted there for a few good years and grew out of it, and so we moved to a warehouse in Upland, and we roasted there for 5 years, give or take, and from there we actually just moved into our Rancho roastery, which we've now been operating out of for just under a year probably, but we were looking for a bigger space. We found it. We just totally demoed the inside to really build it to what we were looking for. We wanted something that had everything that we were looking for, and nothing accommodated that. So we just said, well, we'll build it. So that we kind of started from scratch and has great office space. More importantly than that, it has a great lab environment for us. So we've got 3 different labs that we're able to work off of. Kind of our sample roasting and cupping and quality control lab. We have our espresso lab where we do a lot of classes, and then what we call kind of our brew and cafe lab, where we can teach people whether they're opening a coffee house or doing a pour over. It's got this great island off of it. So it kind of gives us a lot of flexibility to do what our customers really need.
Excellent. Do you guys roast for just yourself, or do you roast for other people too?
No, we roast for that's a big part of our business is wholesaling. So we roast for other cafes, restaurants. We roast for a lot of out of country as well. So roasting is a big part of what we do, a big part of our operation. Mike always says some of his favorite things to do are, Mike loves wholesaling, is he loves to help other people fulfill their dreams. And that's kind of the way that he loves it. Opening coffee houses are fun and doing retail is fun, but he really likes working with other people and getting to the point where it's their dream coming to life now. And so that's one of the big reasons that we like wholesale so much.
So what would you say sets you apart from your typical coffee shop?
What really helps us be successful is we've really found a niche being able to appease everyone, if that makes sense. I think some places choose to kind of, specialize in high speed and high volume, getting things in and out quick, focusing on those high dollar blended drinks. I think other places focus on, I'm going to serve a small menu and I'm going to serve it my way, and this is kind of your offering. I think we found a great spot for ourselves right in the middle. Not offering an overwhelming menu where you get lost, where you come in, where you don't know we're even a coffee house and you think maybe I just get blended drinks here. So, that kind of finding that sweet spot in the middle where no matter what you were going to come in for, we can find something that you're going to leave satisfied and really happy and enjoy.
So how many locations do you have?
So we currently have our Rancho Cucamonga store, which is our original. We have a store in Ontario off of Haven, and we have a store in San Dimas, and those we all own and operate. We also have a store in LAX in the United Terminal, which is fantastic. And they actually have our same menu, so they have a seasonal menu as well, so it's a great representation of what we do here at KLATCH. And then we also have a store in South Korea as well. And then we have our roastery.
What's the future look like for KLATCH?
I think we're right in the middle of trying to really flesh that out and see what it looks like. Obviously, we want to grow the wholesale side of the business. That's something we're passionate about, working with others. We really enjoy that side of it. So that's a big part of it. And we're looking at where we want to go with our retail. Do we want to open, and I think we're for sure looking at opening another store or two. Orange County is kind of a great market, and we have a lot of customers with our San Dimas store who reach out there, potentially going a little further east. We don't quite know, so I think we're still trying to flesh that out and see what it looks like. But, I don't think our retail is going to be much bigger expansion, but I think we'd like to get another store or two under our belts.
It was a great day here at KLATCH Coffee, and we want to say a special thank you to Heather Perry and the KLATCH Coffee crew. If you like the extended edition and want to see more, comment in the section below. For more information on KLATCH Coffee, go to www.klatchroasting.com. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel. For special content, follow us on all of our social media. Be sure to click on the videos on your screen to see previous episodes. And as always, I'm looking forward to our next cup of coffee.